special episode of Africans Talk Football TV. How you boys doing tonight?
Great, man. Feeling really good.
Good, man. King, it was a pleasure talking to you last night. I know we got cut a little short because your phone was dying there, but super excited just to keep the conversation going, man. It's dope hearing your story just from Ghana all the way to UK to the US and kind of how you went through all those different stages. And then I think we ended with you talking about, the draft and how the draft happened. And, you kind of had it going one way, going to Inter Miami, and then it took a quick left, and how you ended up, getting drafted to another team. So explain, your NYCFC and then how you started getting into actually playing once you started being a professional.
So like obviously when you get drafted, you normally go on the preseason with the team and stuff like that. So that's what happened, and I was on the preseason with them. And after Florida, we had to go back home or come back to New York, then travel to on a different preseason. And I was told they wanna look at me for the second team, and that was not what I expected on the early stage. So I felt like obviously we all knew the MLS Next Pro was coming up, and that was the first year they started. So it kind of made sense to me as well. I had an idea, when the draft was, already happening and stuff like that. And I finally, someone told me, the coach that really want me to play for him was the guy that was going to be head coach for the second team. So he really liked me a lot. And I feel like that's why they ended up drafting me, I think. But that's not the option that I was looking for. Not because I felt like I was, better than that. It wasn't the case. I just felt like I could be better off somewhere else, because I feel like the second team was mostly academic kids, and they're really young. Like, you're talking about 15-year-olds, 14, 16. In New York City, their second team are really young lads as well. And these are the kids they want to play them in the future. They have homegrown contracts and stuff like that. So I feel like the priority was definitely going to be on them. Me being 23 and getting drafted from college is a whole different, it's a whole different ballgame for you when you're with the second team. So I felt like it wasn't to benefit me in most cases, even though I love them. I love the coaches. Everyone there was really nice. The first team lads, everyone was really nice. There's nothing went wrong. It's just based on my decision and what I was thinking. And I discussed with my agent as well, and he was like, if you want to do something else, I recommend it as well. He told me the coach is trying to talk to him about, living in New York, house, apartments, and they're trying to arrange something. But I was like, I just want to try something different and go from there. So that's when then I had to go to a championship team. I feel like Memphis was the first team that I had to go to. When my agent reached out, I was like, I had to go there for a week before they would sign me. And then I had Tormenta from USL One, who was like ready with a contract trying to sign me straight away. So I had to talk to my brother. He's more like my cousin, but he's more like a brother because we grew up together and everything. He played for Dallas, and I had to talk to him because he got drafted as well. So I was telling him what should I do and stuff like that, because I don't mind. I could play either level, so I wasn't stressing. I was like, just to make the decision where to go. So I discussed with him. He told me, look, championship is a good level. USL, if you want to play, it's still good. The level itself is not that big of a difference. It's just the different levels. That's the only different, like championship and USL One. Everyone else pretty much played it well, unless you have the top 5 teams or 4 teams or top 6 teams in the championship that actually like excel extremely, beyond like most of the other teams that plays, So I made my decision from there. Either I want to go to Memphis or go to Tormenta straight away. So I had, I prayed a lot about it. I didn't know what to do, to be honest. So I was like, you know what? For a second, I was gonna fly to Memphis, but then I kept praying. I just wanted like instinct or something to tell me like what I should do. And God is like everything to me. So I prayed about it. Then eventually, it clicked in my head that I'll rather go to Tormenta, because I don't know. I just felt like it would be a good start for me. I wasn't really stressing about like, what's gonna look good on me. Like I wasn't worried about that. I wanted to go to a place where I could have an instant like impact on the team, and that would be good for my profile as well. Regardless, like you could go to a big team and they'll have they're probably gonna bring you off the bench and they'll give you the the respect that you need, especially coming straight from the drafts as well. So I feel like Tormenta was a good start, and they were the underdogs as well. When we went there, when I got there, they were like last bottom of the table the season before that. So the coach told me who was coming in, kind of players that we're gonna have. I was like, you know what, this feels good. I've prayed about it. I feel good about it. I'm just gonna make the decision. I chose to go to a U1 team instead of a championship team. So that's how I ended up in Tormenta, and how I felt and how I got my answers from the prayers. Everything worked out. When I got there, I knew we were gonna win the league. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I was like, we're gonna win the league. Like, during the season, we have ups and downs and stuff like that. But all we said is like, if we make it to playoffs, we win in it. That's the goal. As soon as we get to playoffs, we win in the whole thing. And that's what happened. First pro season, helped the team, got a couple of goals, assists, and we won the whole championship playoffs. So that was good. And they be talking about team that didn't make that much of a big difference, like coming from last season, second to bottom of the league, you know what I mean? And they've never even been in the playoffs before. And they never be like top 6 or top 3 ever before since they started the program. And regular season we were third. Then championship we won it. The playoffs we won it. So we made a couple of history at that place, and that's why I like. I like to go to a place and you leave a mark. You go there, like you leave a mark, and it's like it wasn't handed to you. Like you had to work for it. You're not playing because everyone expect you to win. You win, then it'll be like, oh, we never fought. You know what I mean? Like, so that was a good experience, to be honest. And I probably wouldn't change it for anything. That I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying. We all got stress. We all got stress that we can always have an excuse and play a victim and stuff like that. But I feel like, once I'm alive and I'm doing what I love to do, wherever I find myself, I just try to enjoy the game and have fun and make sure I do what I'm good at, and hopefully someone will enjoy it and it'll make them happy. Or I don't know, it's going to be a friend, a family, fans, coach.
I just wanted to say quickly to you, man, I think the one thing that really sticks out to me from our conversation yesterday and just hearing you talk here is you sound like someone who knows what they want. And you also sound like someone who's not really going to compromise, what you want, your goals, or what the optics of, a particular situation may look like. Because at the end of the day, I think that you have your goals, and you're going to do what you got to do to kind of get there, regardless of what that route is. I did want to ask though, obviously you and your teammates believe that you guys could win the league if you guys made the playoffs, but was there a specific game or was there a specific moment that made you that kind of woke everybody up and been like, oh, okay, like we can actually do this? Like, was there a specific moment that kind of
I feel like it wasn't like a moment per se. Maybe it could be, but I feel like that our chemistry as a team, and when we started well. Then we, getting to the mid-season, we lagged off a little bit. We started losing like unnecessary games that we should have won, and losing points where we shouldn't be. But I feel like our chemistry and how everyone just like each other and we just enjoy each other's presence even off the field. We literally do everything together. So we knew that we always had each other's back in it. So like, if someone is not having a good game, like, it hurts me as well. So it's not like other places like, okay, you had a bad game, I get a chance to play. Obviously, every player have that, but it wasn't. It was more than that. Like, even if you get frustrated in the game and you don't get your way or someone doesn't play, we come out and it's like that never happened. Like, people complain maybe a little bit, then that's it. Like, we get over it, then we move on. So everyone is like buy into the process and wanted to do, help the team. I feel like if there was a moment when it comes to the game, I feel like that would be when we lagged off in the mid-season. We started really strong. Everyone was like, oh my God, like Tormenta, nobody expected that to happen. But in our opinion, I feel like we had the best players, to be honest. So that also boosts my confidence as well. It's like, you know what? I have these players behind me. They always got my back. I got to have their back as well. But it's when we started losing. When we started losing, then we started realizing how close and how necessary it was to lose those games. We felt like, bro, we could just win this. Like, most of the games that we lost that year, is like, we look back, it's like, maybe there was one game that we didn't actually turn up and we got smoked. No, we got smoked like 4-0 something. Like, that game, I remember that till today. We got smoked. Like nothing was working. Like, those days, like, you turn up, we worked so hard the whole week, everyone's coming to the game and we beating this players. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the week come that everything changed. We got smoked 4-0. Everyone was very confused. I was like, okay, here's what it is. We just got to learn from that and move on. And that's probably like the only game I feel like we got battered, like we got smoked and we had no chance to win that game. But after that game, I feel like the other games that we lost, it kind of like gave a sense that we could actually win this game if we could actually, take away minor mistakes and you be more clinical and that, more professional in how we play. And that's what happened. I feel like that was the moment everyone was like, hey, we got back together. We had a meeting, the whole team, what we could change, what we could improve. We had the forwards talking about, stepping up, and we tell the back lines, we can't be conceding those goals when we scoring and we keep conceding, or we keep defending, getting cliche and we can't score goals. So everyone, had to put their ego aside and come together like, hey, we got to do something about it. And that's what we done. And I feel like that's what won us the playoffs, to be honest. I feel like that's what won us the trophy. Because it wasn't about like, okay, well, I've done this, but why are you going to let this happen? It wasn't like that. It was like, okay, even though you've done something good, we're still not winning. You know what I mean? So like, what can we all change and, help each other out? And I feel like that's what stood out to me. Until today, we still have a group chat that is like, we're still in the same team. You know what I mean? Like, we talk the same way we talk. We hang out. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like probably that's one of the best teams that I've ever been in when it comes to like chemistry, and we actually made friends like for life. Like, to be honest,
that's great. I kind of want to hear a little bit more about the run, because you started off by saying, Tormenta was a team that traditionally wasn't good. You get to the team, and then the whole buzz in the locker room is, if we make the playoffs, we'll win the whole thing. If we make the playoffs, we'll win the whole thing. So talk about, how like your journey was getting to the team and then actually making the playoffs. And for those, who may be watching that don't know how the USL playoffs and the championship works, kind of explain, making the playoffs and then how your journey was to the championship.
Oh, okay. So before me personally, before the playoffs and everything, like, I was excited. I knew my role for the team. I already talked to the coach. He had expectations for me. I knew what I had to do. It wasn't a problem for me at all, because no matter what happens, like, I'll always adapt to the game and what the coach wants and what the game requires us to do. I normally don't have problems with that. Obviously there's gonna be few games that way you're gonna struggle a little bit. So the journey itself, yeah, it was challenging because we had very good players. Like especially like I found there was so many like players that could play there. You know what I mean? So like you have to step up your game every single game, and I feel like for me, yeah, it was really challenging, but I kind of like enjoyed it as well. Because when you have that, it kind of like step out your game as well, and you don't become complacent or trying to be relaxed or anything. So I feel like it was quite fun, to be honest, with those competition going on, and it was healthy competition as well. I'm not gonna hate anyone if they start a game ahead of me. It's like it is what it is. I go, next week. If I start ahead of someone else, they're doing their best to get in the team. Like that was the whole situation. But there was nothing crazy. We have tough teams that we play against, but and people rate those teams, but I really don't. To be honest, I feel like they play well together as a team, but I just feel like they were really overhyped because of what they've done. In the past, when people have history, they just way overhyped that, and I'm like, that's not necessary anymore. Like this is a new season, this is a new team. It's pressure, yeah, but if there's no pressure, it's not fun anyway. But
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%.
And they play. So we came third in the league. So we're actually trying to win the league as well, right? So we're trying to win the league and win the playoffs. So we wanted that. So when we started lagging off, and there's games that we didn't turn up, we actually played the best. That's the funniest part. Last season, like we played so well when we lose. But beside that, so that's what gave us the answer, like, bro, if we could lose playing that well, and the coach was talking about it as well, like we could actually win everything if we want to, like, to be honest. So it's just like concentration and starting the game from for making sure we kill the game before even second half happens. I feel like that's what we started doing after we realized the mistakes that we were doing the early stage. So as soon as we go to the playoffs, we already been at the highs and we've been at the lows. So we already knew the balance and what to do. What the game, type of teams that we're gonna play in the playoffs. We've already played them, so we know exactly what to do. The mistakes we done, everyone was confident. As soon as we go in the playoffs, it's like, you know what, we're not gonna let anyone beat us. And we know when we play teams, they are nervous too. Like even the teams that we lost against, they knew like we had good players. So as soon as we go in the playoffs, it wasn't anything stressful, to be honest. We turn up every game, and it's like, it's just another day. We just didn't see, okay, oh my God, it's a playoff quarterfinal. We go do different. No. We just go there like, hey, boys, let's go have fun. Let's go enjoy. That's what happened. Like we go there, enjoy the game, win the game, we move. Like that's how it was. Like our first quarterfinal was with Greenville. Greenville was one of the top teams, top three in the league. We hosted quarterfinals in our home because we're third. And normally the playoffs start with like the first six. The first six play, and then we have the higher seed, which is the first and second, who normally go straight to the semifinals.
Semifinals, yeah. So 3 through 6.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so they go straight to the semifinal. Then the third, fourth, fifth seeds, we have to do the playoff thing. So we have to play the quarterfinals and stuff like that. So yeah.
So the top 6 teams in the league make the playoffs then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what happened, and so we played home against one of the tough side. To be honest, we felt like if that team beat us, they're gonna win the league. They're gonna win the trophy, because that was the team that the players, most of us talked about that. This is the only team who could actually defeat us in this playoffs, and that was Charlotte Independence, because they had sharp players. Like their counter attack was dangerous that season, so we knew exactly what to expect, and if we could just slow them down up front, that it was a kill game. So that's what we done. We knew that's the biggest game we're probably gonna play in the playoffs. To be honest, like we felt like the quarterfinal was the biggest game. We're not even thinking about the final. It's like this quarterfinal is the biggest game. We win everything. And first was it first 10, 20 minutes? This overtime score banger, bro. no, mate. I was like, whoa, my days, like it was like out of nothing. Like we played so well. Then this guy stood outside the 18, or I don't know where he was, like so far away in the corner. He just banged it top 90 from first post. Yeah. And our goalkeeper is good. Like this is a goalkeeper we trust. And he didn't see the ball, bro. Like we saw the goal and we're like, fair enough, that was a good goal. We're not even mad. Like,
Sometimes you can't even be mad, you can't
bro, he hit it clean. Bro, he hit that clean. That was one of the cleanest goals I've seen in USL1. And I was like, why you gonna do this now? Like you could have done it the whole season. Why you gonna do it now? But we're actually not stressing. When they scored and we went first half, I don't know. Like there was something about us that we knew we were not gonna lose that game. So like we just went in, fixed a few things, knew what to do, came back. First 10 minutes, we got equalizer. Then getting to the end, we got another goal, and it was crazy. We were not stressing to be honest. Because even before after the first half, we had so many clear chances. I think I had one. Someone else had one, and it was like close to go. Like these are chances that were like, bro, we could win this game easy. So we done that, came back, equalized in the early stage. That's what you need when you play like these big games. You need equalizers very early in the game to give you a boost. Hey, once we get one more, it's done. So that's what we done. Then we dropped Charlotte, one of the top teams that we rated as a team. And after that, we were like, yo, I feel like that's the toughest squad we faced so far, and we've knocked them out. It's it's game. Like we don't care who we meet, we have to win. You know what I mean? So, and at that time, Greenville, we've never lost a game against Greenville the whole season. They play so well against other teams. They play well against us, but it is what it is. We better than them. So we just go there, smoke them in their home ground. It was a tough game, to be honest, but our defensive team, like we are a very compact team. Like we all attack, we all defend. We knew what was at stake. Even if you're tired, I don't know, that adrenaline is just gonna get you back. You know what I mean? Like we wanted to win. They had some crazy chances, bro. That game, close chances they missed. I was like, you guys missed that. It's game, bro. Like, they started missing those. I was like, yeah, it's game. If we get first goal, it's done. We get first goal, it's done. Then we had a crazy goal, a very nice ball from one of the midfield. Then Kazaya, poked it in against the goalkeeper, and that was win for us. Big, we making history every single game after that. From coming third was, it was history for the team. Quarterfinals, they've never been there. History, never made playoffs. History, won quarterfinals, first quarterfinals ever for the team. History. Then we played semi-final at Greenville. Then we played, because we won, and Chattanooga was like 5th seed, and because they were 5th seed, we get to host the final.
Oh wow!
Yeah, exactly.
You played the final at home.
Yeah, so there's no neutral location. I'm surprised by that. Because sometimes usually there's like a neutral location.
Whoever has the highest seed normally hosts.
Just hosts. That's nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you're more incentivized to obviously do well because
during the season.
You want to play at home.
Chattanooga was complaining that they have the best stadium, and they have the crowd, and Statesboro is a small town, and it's the field. That's when they just grew our field as well. It's like, the field is not even smooth, and it's not gonna be suitable for like a USL1 final. And our manager came to tell us, like, hey, this is what's going on. Don't worry about it. It can't change nothing. They're just gonna come here and we're gonna smoke them. That's what we did.
Sound like they lost before they even walked in there. That's
literally, like they just complained the whole time. I was like, you guys need to relax. And Chattanooga, we never liked them because during the season, that was the team that smoked us 4-0 when we were playing so bad. And they just started, bro. They started chatting, bro. Like they just talked, bro. They talked the whole time after the game. Oh, you guys like smart, like. We told them, bro, you guys won, fair enough, cool. You won, we respect you guys. I told one of their captain, like, bro, you guys won, relax. It's not that deep. We will come there, innit? Like, we will come to your home ground. We're gonna play there, so it's not like we done. It's first game of 3 games, so like, you need to calm down. Like, it's not a problem. You guys deserve it, though. They deserve that game. We had to give it to them. Then after that game, it was game for them. You get me? Like, we got there. Smoked them at their home. I don't know, 2-0 or something. I scored. Then the next one, we went there. I feel like I scored again. I really don't remember. But yeah, so we met them in the final. It was like, bro, we already know you guys. We hate you guys. Bro, I never thought Chattanooga was ever gonna be us in the final. Nobody thought we were gonna lose that game. I don't care when you go into the final like, oh, you can't think you go already win the game because anything could happen. We didn't care about that. We knew we was gonna win that game. Like we won that game. They came park the whole experience was sick. That was my first professional final. The field was full. Everything's looking bright. The fans are cheering. I'm like, yo, this is what I want. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm buzzing my first year. I'm looking. I'm like, this is what this the whole season is about. This night.
Yeah.
And if nothing else matters, whatever you've done is irrelevant if you lose this game. Yeah. So the final. So yeah, we were buzzing. Like we were buzzing for that final. We never thought we were gonna lose. I know maybe it's like culture thing or whatever, superstition when people are like, okay, you don't have to go too ahead of the game. And we were ahead of the game. We didn't care. Like we were so confident. I trust those players than anything. Like I know if I can't score, Kaz is gonna score. If Kaz doesn't score, Pedro could score. Pedro wasn't even there at that time. And we have Akale was there. Quele, he's playing for New Mexico now. We have Adi, Adrian playing for Richmond now. We have all these ballers, bro. Like, we could score at any point. We were not stressed about anything. And at the back, it was solid. We have one of the best, center backs and right backs in the game. We have two best midfielders. We were not stressing. So we're like, all we have to do is just turn up and play our game, and not focus on anything. And if we do that, as we've done every single game that we've won, and we turn up the way we do, there's no stress. So as soon as we started, that's what we did. So when we started, we sent a message, bro, if you guys are not ready, you're getting cooked. So we send a message, go a through ball, couple of step overs, give it to someone did his thing, a shot close to goal, everyone starts screaming. It's like, yeah. It's the message, like, you know what I mean? Then he's like, you gotta let them panic a little bit, you know what I mean? They had chances too. I feel like they had the best team last 2 years when we played them in the final. I feel like that's the best team I've seen them with that, institution, like the team. Yeah. That was the best players I've ever seen them, playing together for that team. And we respected them as a team, like, individual players, we respected them, but we never thought they were better than us in any form. And I never liked Chattanooga anyway. I don't want to use the hate. I don't want to use the word hate, but I dislike them. Like, I don't care what it is. There's one player that disrespected our coach, and from that day, I've never respected the institution itself. I was like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? And that was the day that they won the game against us, and he said something really crazy to our coach. And I was looking at our coach, and you could see like he was hurt. Like losing that bad, and a player trying to talk, nonsense to you. That I felt that. I took that personal. So the next time we were going there, I was like, I'm scoring. Like, what I mean? I took that personal. So when we met them in the final, I was like, I'm not losing to this game, bro. I'm not losing to these guys. Like, we won the game, and what was
the final score of the match?
It was 2. So crazy thing. It was 2-1. Yeah. So we scored the first goal. We had some nice play through to goal. This guy just banged off striker. We got a pen. Then Kaz scored. That was the bounce. And we came off in the second half, I think. I don't know when they equalized, but I'm thinking the early second half, I think. Then they scored a very nice goal, to be honest. I feel like it was a cross in the header or something. I don't know. It might be a set piece, I think. Then they scored a nice goal. It's like, okay, fair enough. Like, it was 1-1. Nobody was stressing, to be honest. Like, we thought, if anything, we're probably going to go in extra time. Then last minute, or last, 5 minutes, I think. It was very close to stoppage time, to extra time. Then we had this crazy play where we kept the ball one side, did some combination, took some play out, switched it to the other side. Then it created like a counter attack where we had Kaz and someone else. I can't remember. Played Kaz through. Kaz took a 10, took 2 players out. Then it was like 2v1 with a through pass. And then Kaz, put a very good through ball. But, the ball was bouncing. So everyone expected our guy to take a touch and just score easy slot. This guy was going in with a full swing, and we were like, everyone was screaming like, bro, take your fucking touch. Take a touch, bro. Take a touch. Then this guy was like, I don't care what it is, bang, that no banger. I was like, oh my days. Everyone was like, yo, that was probably one of the best goals we scored the whole season, bro. I was like, yo, there's no way he done that. And the scariest part is he's had like similar chances, not close to goal, but he has a lot of power. Like he can shoot from distance.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple of the games that where he's had those chances and not like close to goal, but then every time he done that, it flies out. And
too much power,
Yeah, every time he's done that, it flies out. But anytime he takes the touch, he's banging it. Like he's either going target or he's banging it. So as soon as he was not going to take it touch, everyone was like, "Oh my god, there's no way you're gonna do it."
No, true. It was like company when remember Aguero was like, "Don't shoot, don't shoot."
Exactly. So everyone's like, "Bro, we know you. You take a touch, it's an easy goal."
Yeah.
But then he decided not to take a touch in the biggest game of the season.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, everyone was just staring like, oh, but take a touch. Really, take a touch. Then he just banged it, bro. Near post, the keeper just went this way. He couldn't do nothing. Bro, he got so much power. Anytime he goes target, I feel like he's always going to score. So he banged that last minute. Then I feel like it was 5 minutes to end of the game. And or something like that. Yeah, he backed that, and bro, the whole stadium was going crazy. There was smoke everywhere. I'm like, yo, oh my days. But yeah, like that was a crazy night. That was a crazy night still. That's how it all played out. But I feel like it's just the belief that we had from the beginning that we knew we could be something great, the whole team, like, to be honest.
That's crazy. That's
how was winning it though? Like lifting the trophy. How was that for you?
It's weird. This is the thing, yeah. Like when you want it so bad, then you win it, and it's like, oh, so what next? Like, what I mean? Yeah. So we won it, like, people got their wires, and we celebrated, jumped, and after that, we were just sitting down there, like, okay, what's doing? Like, like it's not like.
When's the next match? When's the next match?
Yeah, we're just gonna do this in the next season, bro. So what are you gonna do that? So after we won it, like it was like all joy, but after that, all you could think about is like you wanna do it again. Like it's such a quick switch. Like you probably feel like, I wanna have fun. Yeah, you will have fun, but it's like the next day or whatever. Like it's like, what next? What can I do next? You know what I mean? Like you're never satisfied. And that's where I realized, bro, you could never, ever, ever be satisfied. Winning the biggest trophy in USL 1. You couldn't, and I felt that. And most of the teammates was telling me the same thing. I was like, bro, you could never be satisfied. You just have to be grateful, be cheerful in the moment, then always, aspire to be great. Don't be greedy. Things sometimes goes well, things sometimes don't go well. You just got to take it as it comes, and see what you can make out of it. And but you definitely, I don't think you could ever be satisfied. I don't know what it is. We probably all of us here probably want to be rich. We want to be wealthy. Like we want that, and we feel like maybe at some point that will give us some happiness. It will probably give us happiness, but I don't think once you get there, I feel like you're gonna be like, oh, I want more, I want more, I want more, and
what's next? Yeah,
like that's where I realized that moment. I was like, you know what, you could never be satisfied, because that was the moment we should be. Happy. We were happy for the whole ceremony. Then after that, we was just lagging off, and me and a few other boys was talking. I was like, "Yo, so what do we do?" That I was like, "Yo, for next season, we want to do it again." So yeah, that's what happened.
That's dope. That's a great story, man. Honestly, from you going into the team, bottom of the table, like historically, not even just. The one season historically bottom of the table, and then helping lead the charge with your teammates, going all the way, getting the third, making history the whole season, and then actually making the ultimate history by winning the championship. That's amazing, bro. You can't really make it's a storybook, if I'm being honest. Storybook stuff. So that's really, really dope. But so now we win the championship. Kind of take us through now. You're going through the summer. How do you end up in One Knoxville?
Okay, so my first year with Tormenta, that's something I really don't talk about. But there was a couple of options that I could have moved, but there was money involved, and I signed 2-year contract with Tormenta, and I'm not the person to go to the coach like, hey coach, I want to leave right now. Obviously they gotta look out for the team as well with profits and stuff like that. And there's no way they're gonna let me go without paying the fee. And I feel like that was the case, so I didn't want to stress that situation. I was like, what, I'm just happy to be back and just finish my contract, then we see what's next. And so our second season, so there's something that I left out during the whole season. So I had like a groin issue mid-season of my first year, the year that we won it. So, and we didn't know what it was, because I've never had groin issues. Like, I've never had issues like, I've never had that. So it was a little bit weird to me, because most of my injuries are contact injuries. I've never had like muscle injuries and stuff like that. So that was weird. And we did a couple of MRIs and stuff like that, but nothing came out. Everything looked good. But I was still like in pain. Like I couldn't sprint fully. Like I couldn't run terrible. And when I'm changing direction, even when I'm shooting, like I was struggling. So that was like mid-season there. We just got to mid-season, just about mid-season. I started experiencing that. So it was a tough call. If I trained the whole week, it would be hard to play like even 45 minutes of the game. So I was in the program where like I'll pick a day, or the coaches will pick a day that it will be good to train, because we'll be doing something new or working on something for the weekend for the game. And I'll probably do that, and I'm off for the week. Like I just go on the bike, roll the bike, come in, play 60, 70, whatever, my groin allows me to. Then I will go off. So a lot of people don't understand that. I was coming out and off. People do not understand that, and you don't owe anyone explanation. Everyone has their own expectation for you. Like, why you not here? Why you not here? No, you do your own thing. Like I wasn't stressing about that. I was not gonna explain. I don't owe anyone explanation. So that was what I was dealing with. But it's still with one groin. I won a trophy, so I was buzzing. You know what I mean? So second year, I came in second year for Tormenta, and I'm coming in. I was like, hey, I fixed my groin. The doctors didn't tell me anything crazy. I've been training off season. Doing the program they get me in. So I was coming in excited, thinking, hey, it's gonna be great, innit? I come in, first preseason game. I didn't even play first preseason game. Hold on. So during preseason training, I started feeling again, like what is going on, man? What is going on? Then we did a scan, and they say I have the an MRI again. So I did that. Then it shows it showed sports hernia. So it shows which is natural injury. Well, where some players get. Some get it, then it doesn't really affect them at all. Others get it, then it's extreme. Some people get it, like they can deal with it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was able to deal with it back the first year when it didn't show anything on the MRI. And I felt like that I was dealing with sports hernia the whole time and nobody knew, you know. So I was able to, manage through the first year. Then the second year, I'm coming with like bigger expectations and goals from the team, and that, that happened. And the doctor told me either I'm gonna do what's it called, surgery, which probably like gonna take like 8 weeks to actually even start playing again.
100%.
Yeah, so I was like, no, can't do that. Then, I was asking, what can I take, to ease the pain and stuff. So they put me like on the sports steroids.
Yeah, cortisone.
Yeah, bro, I was taking that. I was like, bro, I was still struggling. And, I told the coaches, bro, I don't know what to do. But, they called me and like, look, we know how it is, but we want you to rest and ease it off. Then if you can use painkillers to control it for the meantime, then getting to the end of the season, you can decide to do the surgery. Then you have like a month to actually heal. Then before 2 months, season start again somewhere else, you are healed. And I was like, and I wanted to play, but I knew like even if I play, like they get like only 50, 60% of me. I mean, I told them that. Yeah, you're gonna get only 50 to 60%, and we have very good players as well. So I told them that, and they were like, we will take it. Like, if you can give us your 50 or 60, we'd rather have that than you being out the season. So that was sort of encouraging for me as well. So I was like, okay, if that's what it is, then yeah, sure. So I went out in again, doing the same thing. Some days I will train, some days I won't. Probably in a week, I'm training like twice a week. Then I just go in, I just do what I would do even if I was training the whole week. The only challenge was the fitness part, because I need to run extra more, and it's tiring when you haven't trained that much in a week. But I do my best to be on the bike a lot of times so that at least it ease off my fitness level as well. So that was the challenging part. And that's how I ended up getting the surgery end of the season last year. Then, I had a couple of options from, teams, and Knoxville was one of the teams that I knew the coach. We played USL2 for Des Moines Menace in 2021, and we won nationals, and he was our coach. So, I wanted to play. If I was going to go somewhere for one more year, then he looked somewhere I would probably like to play for him. So I had the options that I had, and I weighed out. I felt like it would be good to come here, at least even if it's for just 1 year. Then I could go somewhere else, because I feel like, he's someone that believes in me a lot. And, I just feel like that's the least I could do, come here and play for you, he's a very great coach. Like, I love him. We don't always, agree on everything, especially in the game. I'll probably talk back to him and he get mad and like, don't talk back to me or something like that. But yeah, it's all love between me and him. But, I'm a hyper person, right? Sometimes I say my mind, so I see what it is. Like, I don't care, like. But he knows me as well as a player, so he knows how I am. I know, how he is. Like, he gets mad easily too. Like, he shout on you. Like, he's that coach. So, and there's sometimes I'm like, it is what it is. But I love him. His style of play, it works really well. But yeah, that's how I ended up in Knoxville.
No, yeah, that was going to be the next question. Just kind of talk to us a little bit about Knoxville. What's it been like since you've been there? I mean, I'm judging based off of, what I see on social media, but I mean, you look really happy there, and you almost every picture I see of you, you're always smiling. So I just I would love to hear kind of what the experience in Knoxville has been like.
Yeah, I feel like we have that same chemistry that when I had back in Tormenta here as well. Everyone's really connected together. Like, we do things a lot together, even outside the field. Everyone else that I've seen, very connected, even on the field, jokes, happiness, laughter, even during the training. And everyone is laughing, everyone is helping each other, trying to make each other great, like that's what we do here. And yeah, normally you're gonna see me laugh because someone probably gonna say something crazy like during training, like you always gonna be laughing, bro. Like that's a joke. Like, people just be making the funniest things, bro. Like, it's actually insane. Like, being able to work in the extreme elite level and also, combine the fun part as well. It's always fun to do that. But yeah, Knoxville is great, man. Knoxville is great. I haven't had it my best right now because, it was a system where we were gonna play like 4-3-3, then we were gonna switch it to 3-5-2, something like that. Okay. Where we have 2 10s instead of wingers. Then the 4-3-3, we have 2 wingers. But when we started off, our wingers, the forwards, we're not really available. We're still coming back from injury, and the 4-3-3 wasn't really working. So he completely switched it to the 3-5-2. You know what I mean? And that varies. It could be like 3-4-1-2 or something like that. So we play 2 10s instead of the winger. So I'm a winger, but I also can play in the middle. But my dribbling style is when I'm dribbling from the wings. So now I'm still learning, in the 10, how I could adapt my dribbling skills in the middle. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's been fun so far. Like, I'm learning a lot. I still haven't scored. Now those days you get chances like you have mad shots and like, how did he even save that? You know what I mean? When the regular thing is gonna go in, but once the first goal hasn't come, it's like all your other shots like so mad, but for some reason it's not going in. But I'm chilling right now. I'm enjoying with the team. We're winning every game now. We went on a losing streak, then we switched it. Now we're on a winning streak. So that's exciting. The front keep changing every time. Whoever gets to score the goals now, you have a higher chance of playing, and I feel like that's fair. Well, that's how it's been so far. And getting back, I started a little bit slow, coming back from all these injuries and stuff like that. So now, God willing, I'm getting back to my feet. I've got back to my feet. I found my rhythm. I'm more agile like I want to be. I'm feeling a little bit more free by God's will. Being protected by him now, I don't feel like if nothing is not in his will, I don't think anything crazy. I believe in him, and now I could play with more freely, with like free mind, and not stress about other things as well. Because it's a mental game, especially coming back from like a long-term injury like that. So I'm just taking it easy. I know like how it started and how far it got me to be actually playing freely with no pain right now. So even though I haven't we got many assists or the goals that I want to get right now, I look back, I do my review every day. The coaches know I'm playing well. Like, it's not like I'm playing terribly. Like, you're doing all the right things, but the things that you actually need for it to click everything, like, okay, that's it. That's the end product. But that hasn't happened. But we do meetings with the coaches. They know, I know what to work on. But so far, it's good performance. We just have to get few goals and add more assists and stuff like that, and everything should be good. But beside that, we have players scoring, we have players defending their lives on the field. These are great guys that always got each other's back. So even if I'm lacking some days, I know someone's gonna step in. Like, if someone is lacking another day, I know I'm gonna step in. So it's just the same experience that I had in my first year at Tormenta. So I'm really buzzing. Like, that's why you all probably see me always that I'm laughing and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm happy, but life is not, I'm not going to say life is great. Like, out of the field, there's a lot going on. But, that's the game, that's athletes. Like, we don't talk about those things that But as soon as you step out, you can't use that, to, die off. You know what I mean? Like, you got people looking after you, like, trying to learn from you. You know what I mean? Like, you got people trying to, like, see you even be happy so that you can, boost them up or something like that. I mean, I have my days. I don't smile every day, every single time, but there's days. We are humans, but most of the time, you probably definitely gonna see me laughing a lot. But yeah, that's how the journey's been like so far.
Yeah, I see. It seems like you guys have been doing well, 5th in the league right now. 6 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses on the league. So it seems like you guys are doing well, man. And hopefully, just wishing for a successful season in the future.
Thank you,
as well, and definitely, hopefully, you can raise that trophy one more time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, when you guys make the playoffs, bro, you got to come back.
Yeah,
we actually making playoffs, but it's not even 8th, bro. We are making.
Yeah, no, you heard me. I said when. I said when. I said when.
We are making.
Nah, man. I've definitely enjoyed learning a lot about you, man. I think the one thing that I really one of the things that I really admire about you and from our talks is you don't have a victim mentality at all. You talked about that in the first episode and how you really have to kind of take accountability for yourself, for your situation, and kind of take control of the controllables. That's something that I used to tell my players a lot. And no, I really admire that about you, man. So I really hope on and off the field you hit everything that you want to hit.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
But I would love to get into a question that I've been dying to know for the past 2 days now, and then we're going to quickly get into some rapid fire questions.
I say no more.
So all of us here, obviously, we started this podcast 4 years ago as a means to just kind of get together during the COVID period to kind of talk about our teams and just to kind of hang out with each other for an hour. Who is your team and how did you start supporting them?
It's easy. You all know this team, big team. Not too much of a big team right now, but FC Barcelona, that's my team. Okay. And I know people will be like, because of Messi. Obviously, I'm a Messi fan, obviously. Because I feel like he's the best ever done it in the game. I love, the debate between Messi and Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo too. Like, I'm not gonna be here like, okay, I'm just Messi fan. I'm a Ronaldo fan as well. I feel like he's a great athlete, like, but I just feel like Messi on a different spectrum. Like, he sees the game. When you're an athlete and you see someone play the game and you don't admire that and actually admit that this is something that normal players don't like. They don't do. Like, So, but no, it's not because of us Messi that I support Barcelona, but I support Barca because how they play. In fact, I'm actually more like a Guardiola fan, and I feel like that's why I started supporting Barcelona because of how literally they play. I like pretty football, like.
Yeah,
I don't like
champagne football,
Yeah, like I don't like the kick and run. Is like like energy, body. Like I love the brain side of football. People with like good IQ in the game. When they had Iniesta and Xavi just doing that thing. Messi. And they had Pedro at that point. I love David Villa. I was loving these players. Like. They just made the game so fun, man. But it's always between Man City and Barcelona. Yeah, like I just love that style of play where it's like so mental. Like every single piece is like people playing chess. Like it's mad.
Yeah.
So I just love that part of the game. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like the whole game you're tuned in because you're like, okay, why did this happen? Then you feel like, oh my days, like. How did he even think about it? Like it's just so fascinating. That's why I love it.
Yeah, I agree, man. I like watching champagne football, like pretty football. And it's funny because I talk about football all the time. I go to work, and I talk to my coworkers about football. And a lot of people that I know, like a lot of my friends and stuff, they don't like football. Oh, it's boring. It's this and it's that. And I'm like, bro, do you ever play chess? And they're like, yeah, I would play chess. I'm like, bro, football is just like chess. Every move that you make, every pass is not a pass back and forth in between center backs is just to open up that gap to break lines. You know what I mean? And it's just, I love the technical and the tactical
it's
aspect.
It's a beautiful game, bro.
It's a beautiful game. So
if you understand it, it's so fascinating, bro.
It is.
Guardiola is a GOAT. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's the best coach ever, bro. That guy's insane, man.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I think he single-handedly
changed football, for sure.
He's changed the game. Like
everywhere he's gone.
It's mad. Like, he's actually changed the game crazy, but
because I mean, you look at almost every player that has played for him, and they're probably either coaching or just had a great IQ. I mean, you were supporting them probably in at their peak when they had Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets,
Villa.
But what would you? So one of my best friends is a Barcelona fan, Tehran. Shout out my dude Tehran. But he, I always talk to him and just some other people like, which Barcelona team do you think were the best? Because I feel like Barca's had a few really good teams. Even if you're just looking at like the front three,
I feel like.
Who would you say?
I feel like the 2012 squad. 2012 squad is like, I don't know, like they just won everything, bro. Like, it's like that was Villa, and then you got Sanchez was in there too at that point. Then you have Messi and Pedro, all these guys in there at the front three. And even at that time, when you talk about Pedro and these players, that they were top players, but these are not the well paid off players like in the world. But together they just play so sick, you know what I mean? So like there you go, David, Victor, Dani Alves, you got Dani Alves on the right back playing like as a winger. And just combining with Messi and these players in the midfield, like, what is going on? Then we have Abidal and these players backing up the players at that point. I love Pio and PK because PK is he's the one pieces, move the ball, move the pieces at the back, open spaces. Then you got Puyol, just cleaning, cleaning
everyone up.
PK mess about, he cleans it. Like, it's just that combination and how the pieces were just put together. Then, you got Xavi and, Busquets and Iniesta in the middle. And, Xavi is not a complete 10 and he's not a complete 6.
Yeah.
But you have Busquets, who's kind of a complete 6, and you have Iniesta, who's just like a complete 10. So like you got two extreme positions with one who just switch to either side. It's just my game, man. Like, it's just my game. Then you get Messi playing the false nines. Like, who are you gonna stop? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is going on? Like, you got all these techie players just moving around 6 foot guys. Like, you hear me? Like, it's mad. That's why I just love it, man. That's why I love it.
No, I agree. I agree, and I think it's funny about Busquets, man, because when as you were talking, I was just thinking like, I remember when Busquets first came, I really didn't like him because he was taking Yaya Touré's spot.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, who is this guy? Like, who is this guy?
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. Yeah, and then even like on the left wing, it was like Pedro started taking.
Yeah.
Was it Henry or he was just starting, and I was just kind of like, who is this Pedro guy? But I mean, fast forward, you see what they've accomplished for club and country. It's really remarkable.
That's a great team.
But yeah, man, let's get into some rapid fire questions, man.
All right.
I want to ask you. So, first one, if you were to create a 5-a-side, of your favorite teammates, who would they be? You're the coach of this team. You need a 5-a-side of your favorite teammates. One of them has to be a keeper.
Oh my days. Goalkeeper. Let me see. 5-a-side. I'll probably put TJ.
Okay.
TJ, he played for Chattanooga now. He was at Tormenta.
Okay.
If I'm talking about my recent players that I've played again, like play with and stuff like that, he definitely be in goal. Then TJ, TJ Bush. Then at the back to give me some sort of like physical and technical on the ball. As a center back, it's between two players. It's gonna be a hard one, bro.
Remember, you're the coach, so you can mix and match. You can have two center backs, one center, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We need 5 to start the game.
5 to start the game.
Yeah.
I'll have Jake Dengler. And Skelts. So Skelts play for us. He's our captain in the center back for Knoxville, and Jake is Tormenta center back. I feel like that would be a good combination because they are both really techie players, and they have strides to catch up with players. They are not like, you don't say like, okay, Skelts is fast, but he got strides. You know what I mean? Like, he's loud. He's demand a lot from other players, and he got voice. And we have Jake, who's more like, he's strong, physical. He can get in your head, just talking stuff to you. And he's tech, like he got ping. He know how to pick. Yeah, he know how to ping pockets just like Skelts. So I feel like that would be very hard to stop if you have two center backs that could actually play and still stop players. And as a strike, in the midfield. Damn, bro. Why am I using two center backs?
You're pragmatic. I see you.
Yeah, in the midfield, I'll have Kudus. I won't put Kudus on the wings.
Yeah,
I'll put Kudus in the center. And damn, bro.
You got a tough team already.
You know what? I'm gonna take the center back. I'm just gonna have Jake at the back.
Okay, Jake at the back.
Then I'm gonna have Kudus in the middle.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna have Kwele. I'm gonna have Kwele on the right.
Kwele. Where's he at?
New Mexico.
Okay.
Mukwele Akele. Yeah, I'm gonna have him at the right side as a striker. Yo.
This is your striker.
I'll put Kaz. Kaz as a striker.
Solid pick.
On the left side, that's a hard one. On the left, I'm gonna put NS Adjei, the guy I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'll put him on the left side, and I'll put Kudus in the middle, and they can both switch. NS can still play in the middle. Kudus can go wide, so they can interchange during the game.
Yeah.
Then I have Kaz up front, who can also compete and still go in behind because he's fast and strong, and he's like he's a finisher. Kwele, big time dribbler, very technical. He's good at finesse. Cut in, bang, and he works hard a lot, extremely off the ball. So, I'll have him that. And then, that would be my 5 still.
That's a solid team, man. Solid team. Okay.
One for me is, who's up until from your whole career, who's the toughest defender you've played against?
Toughest defender. It's definitely not League One. we played when I was younger. We played in the nightcap. So the nightcap is when they used to host in Manchester United with all the youth teams that plays in it.
Okay.
So you have the top 20 teams from around the world. So the top 20 teams come together and play like a big night tournament in England at Manchester United facilities. Okay. And the final is playing Manchester United Stadium. Wow. So I remember I don't know what team it was. I feel like it was probably like Boca Junior that we were playing. And I scored in that game, but I don't know, that defender, bro. Like he's everywhere. Like he's everywhere, bro.
Still thinking about him.
Bro, these South Americans, bro. Like,
from the academy days.
Bro, I 10 he's there. I 10 years he's there, bro. Like I can't dribble. I don't think I even did 1v1 win in that game. I don't think I did.
How did you get your goal?
I have to combine. So I have to combine to go around him. Like I realized he was that good and he's not gonna give me any chance. So I was like, you know what? And he was like, he got long legs, big body, he was strong, and he was a good player, like in general. He was just a solid player. And I feel like that's when I was like, damn, bro. And I feel like we tied. No, they tied last minute, so we ended up playing 1-1 at the end of the game. But I still, got to score. Like, so that was the plus for me. I scored that game, and they equalized last minute. But
do you remember his name?
No, like these are guys we don't know. So like, we traveled there right during. Yeah, so we qualified for the African, qualifiers. We qualified for that tournament. So we didn't know anyone. So we play against teams like Dortmund, United, all these big teams, Barcelona, everyone is there. Like. So, and I feel like that guy was sick, bro. And probably one more guy in AC Milan. I barely touched the ball, bro. It's mad. I barely touched that, bro. I didn't touch that ball. We got smoked 2-0. I'm like, bro. Not only one player played well, NYCFC Adjei. That guy, bro. He's the only guy that played well.
Yeah.
Like he smoked there. I'm telling you, smoked. We were seeing nothing, bro. Half of us was just, bro, we didn't know what was going on in that game. AC Milan was a solid team, bro.
Yeah.
They smoked us like quick 10 minutes, 2 goals, bro, quick. Bro, I was like, bro, what is... Bro, I couldn't even touch the ball, bro. I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I touched that ball in that game. But NS was smoking, bro. This guy giving nutmegs, doing tricks. Like, I don't know what this guy's on, but I don't see nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but definitely like those two defenders. It was like AC and Boca Juniors. League One. League One for me is hard to tell because they never the number of times I get 1v1 is very less because I always get double that. So the only time I get the ball is that the coach or someone screaming, like double, like he's gonna cut inside and someone else is calm. But most of the time, higher chance if you just leave me 1v1 with them. No matter how good they are, they probably might win few balls, but I'll probably smoke them. But
casual, I'll probably smoke.
Yeah, because I feel like that's where the problem comes. Is like I always get doubled, which is part of the game. So and they ended up taking the credit. Oh, you stopped him, but if your coach is that confident, why are you doubling them? But yeah, I feel like if it's just 1v1, I feel like that 1v1 is my game, innit? So like I know my edge. So that's one of the edges that I've got in the game, like where I'm playing now. So I believe in that. So once you give me, obviously you're not gonna win 10v1s, like I'll probably win higher chances of most of the right backs or left back I come against. If they should leave us 1v1, I'm gonna out smoking. But,
I love that.
yeah.
I love that, man. We need a 1v1 with King, and if you win, you get a signed jersey.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. If we have to do it like off game, you probably gonna win all those balls, bro.
Yeah.
It's always like that. Like you like off the game, like like. But when you're in the game, and it's like
you're in a different mode.
Yeah,
different mode.
You leave me exposed. Like higher chance I'll go past you, but you might win few for sure. I'm not gonna deny that, but on the percentage, I'll probably win more that.
Okay. Go ahead, Cornelius. You got one?
Yeah, so I had just a quick one that's not football related. So you've lived, in a few different countries. So I want to know your favorite African meal, your favorite UK meal, and your favorite American meal. It could be a dish. It could be anything from one of those.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite African meal is normally, if it's not jollof rice with chicken and salad, it's probably gonna be peanut butter soup with fufu on.
Peanut grumpy soup. Hey,
I'm telling you,
eat it with your hand.
My man, I got some in the freezer right now,
bro. Hey. I had that last night, bro. Yo, that was banging, bro. Now peanut butter soup with fufu. Hey. Whoever watching, if you're not from African descent or you don't know all this food, try peanut butter soup with fufu and jollof rice, chicken and some salad. Get you going. Those are banging foods. England, I only like one English food. I feel like English food is really bad.
It is.
It's very dry.
What is it? What is it like? Is it just what do they have? Beans, toast? Like what
yeah, it's mostly like potatoes and they got gravy and all these things like.
But they don't season it. They don't season it.
They love peas. But the only thing I really like,
you see how they look,
bro. The only thing I really like is English breakfast. Like, that is a full course meal. You know what I mean? Like, you got hash browns, you got toast, you have baked beans on the side if you want it. You have scrambled eggs. Some days could be I don't know, whatever you want, man. You have mushrooms, sauteed and stuff like that. I like that. I feel like that's probably my favorite breakfast meal. I don't make it here because it takes long, man. But yeah, if I have to choose a whole breakfast for the rest of my life, it's gonna be English breakfast. That's the only thing I would say I pretty much liked in England. And when it comes to America, I don't think Americans own any food. It's just that you know what I mean. That's a great answer. You got all these Mexicans and Italians here just making food. Like, oh, come to America. You got so many days. Not for them, bro. They didn't own none of that. But anything Italian, I like it a lot. But if it's a restaurant, some days I just want to be unhealthy or eat something like, light because, I've been eating home for too long and I just want to have a bite. I'll probably go to Chick-fil-A and get some spicy chicken sandwich with a Chick-fil-A sauce with a high C with no ice.
Yeah, no ice in the ice. There you go. One more time.
Eat on that ice, bro. Like, why you eat that ice with drip of ice?
It's all the way up the cup.
I'm like, bro, no ice, bro. I got ice at home. Give me no ice. Give me that high C. I get medium fries most of the time. That's how I do it. I normally don't eat out, to be honest. So if I'm eating out, normally my first to go is probably gonna be Chick-fil-A, and if that's not it, Panda.
Panda Express.
Panda is healthy too. So yeah, normally I don't really eat outside, but that's my two favorite ones in America.
All good choices. I respect that. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you top 5 African players you can do of all time or you can do currently? I don't know if you
Okay. First, I didn't really get to watch Eto'o that much, but that guy was insane. It's gonna be Eto'o, Samuel Eto'o, Yaya Toure.
Look at Cornelius. He's like, you haven't said him yet.
I'm just waiting, bro. He can say his spot.
Man. That's it. Wait, hold on. I need to think, bro. Bro, we have too many good players, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said players. Mike was gonna frame it to strikers, but I felt like we have so many great players that it's not even. It's hard to limit just attackers.
I wanna put Adebayo in there, but I don't know.
That's a great shot.
Yo,
that's a great shot.
Yo.
Y'all remember?
Baller, bro.
Bro, I randomly just saw a random Real Madrid Adebayor clip, and it was so crazy. Like this guy literally
good clubs,
and he was on loan. You know,
he was on loan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bro, he has to be in there, bro. Adebayo, Yaya Toure, Samuel Eto'o.
Yeah.
I have to put my guy at Samoa Adjei. I'm sorry, but I know he didn't play like big clubs, but for the national team, bro, I love him, bro. I love
Samoa Adjei.
I can't leave him out. But recent, based on like current player, and I feel like if we had to project him based on his, like what he's doing right now, his performance, you know, especially his debut for the Premier League, I have to go for my boy, Mohamed Kudus. So I feel like he's dropping stats that, you know, when these, you know, ballers started, like, they didn't have those stats. And I feel like if we have to use that to project the future for him, I feel like he's definitely going to be a top star for Africa. And, and because of that, I'm definitely going to put him for the recent players right now. So Mohamed Kudus, we have Yaya Toure, we have Samuel Eto'o, we have Adebayo, and we have Samoa Adjei. That would be my top five.
That's a solid five. That's a solid five.
Top five. And I think Kudus is gonna have a crazy this season.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. He's committed, bro. He wants it, bro.
Just a couple more. Have you ever been starstruck on the field? Have you ever played with anyone that you knew and just been like, for a second, like, yo, that's him, you know, that's guy. Have you ever been starstruck?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Do you mean like a regular normal player or my friend or like a top player?
Like it just in general, if you played with them or against them or on the pitch, like have you ever just kind of been starstruck like on the pitch, like, oh, that's that name, you know, like whoever it is.
Oh, okay. I don't. If that's the case, then I probably haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's fair enough.
Like the way I am is like, I could be very nonchalant, but it's just like I just see you. Even if I have to get excited, it's like I'm just so neutral. Once I'm on the field, I get that vibe from you. Yeah, like once I'm on the field, like I don't really, you know, respect too much or think too much. It's like I'm just in the zone. It's like I'm focused on my team most of the time. Even if I know you, I probably wouldn't talk to you the whole time till you probably talk to me. Then after the game, then we probably gonna talk and stuff, you know, be happy and touch each other. But once I'm playing you, I don't respect you that much. It is what it is. We move on, innit?
Respect. So then on the flip side, who's the outside of Kudus, because we all know Kudus, but outside of Kudus, you know, who's the biggest player that, you know, the masses would know, the people would know that you've played with or against?
That I played with Kamal Dean. I really didn't play with Kamal Dean because he was younger, but there was scrimmages that he played in. Kamal Dean, he plays for Southampton, number 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Suleiman. Yeah.
Oh, Suleiman.
Yeah. So he's from Right to Dream too.
Then really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So and Isaac Katanga, He played.
Yeah.
He played for Cincinnati.
Yeah. Shout out Isaac.
When Stam was there, fast, rapid. So yeah, he's my generation. Actually, we like in the academy. We grew up together, like young. We very good friends. Probably my best friend. That's who I hang out with. If we all go Ghana, like we live in the same place, in the same house. And who else are they gonna know? So there was this guy in the academy too, Usaini Buddha.
I'm not.
Where's he at?
Quakes. What would they call the MLS team?
Oh, Earthquakes.
Yeah, San Jose.
That's San Jose. Yeah.
That's San Jose.
San Jose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he was at Stanford College.
Was he the striker?
So he's a winger.
He's a winger. I feel like was he number 10 or no? Do you remember?
No, he was number 11 for Stanford.
Okay, number 11. Okay, I feel like I remember.
So he went to high school and he won the Gatorade player at his time.
Okay.
Then he went to Stanford. Then he got drafted first round. He's with he's with them now.
Nice.
Who else? Someone's gonna know. My brother Emmanuel Chumasi plays for Dallas. He also went to high school here, then went to Wake Forest and got drafted.
Quickly, just kind of touch on your your brother real quick. Like how, like what influences he had like on your career? Just kind of like what
big time. So big time. Bro. That's a good question actually. So we grew up in the same house, innit? Like we're in a family house. So in Africa, where you have the round like a big house round, then we have different family members in different rooms and stuff like that. So that's how we lived. We lived in a compound house. But me and Ima, we lived in the same room. We sleep on the same bed. We played the same local team. The only thing we did different was he went to a different, school that I went to a different school. But as soon as school is over, we are always together. And he's my older brother, so I looked up to him the whole time, and he was the most talented in our team. So we could play a game, and we should win the game 5-0. He scored all of it. He was that good. Like I'm telling you, I've never thought this guy was ever gonna be a defender ever in my life. So mate, he will score. Like he plays so free, man. Like he is so confident. Like I've never seen someone so confident. I feel like that's probably like the picture I was aiming at when I was little. I was looking at him like I played with him, but I was between the younger team, the team below their team, and I was with them at the same time. So I've always got caught up in between that I'm with under 15, but I also play for under 12s. So I play with him and I also watch him play. So anytime I play with him, which is most of the time, there's very few times that I play for the under 12s. I look at him like he plays so free. He's not scared of anyone. You could kick him or do whatever. I don't know, bro. This guy was too talented. If I knew anyone was gonna go pro, I knew for sure he was gonna go pro. So for me, I was like, if I have to go pro like him, I have to work. Like I need to run. I need to do this. He doesn't even run. He doesn't go for no jogging, bro. He'll work hard when training is time. Like when it's time to train, he will work hard and train. But outside training, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do that much. When we are in the morning running on the road and trying to get all the steps and trying to look fit, he's sleeping, fam. Trust me. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. Then we come on the field and he's the best player. Nobody's gonna be the best player apart from him. That's the thing. He was that good. So he was the first person that got into Right to Dream. So once he got into Right to Dream, I was like, bro, I want to leave here, I want to go there, innit? I want to go Right to Dream. So when he went there 2 years before I went, I was like, bro, I want to go Right to Dream. I want to go Right to Dream. So it was something that was manifesting the whole time. I'm going to go Right to Dream. It's something that I was like, bro, he's been there. I want to go there, play with him, be in the same academy. That would be so sick. from the same house, sleep in the same room, play the same local team. So that was the dream that I was like, oh, it sounds so nice in my head. So I was like, bro, I want that, I want that, I want that to happen. So even when we went to the Milo games that I was talking about yesterday, and I got scouted, there was also Feyenoord that spoke to our coach that liked me, and there was another academy that was coming up that liked me, and they were convinced, gave my local coach back home, they already gave him money to actually use that to persuade me and get me there. Yeah, but because email was already a right dream, nothing could change my mind, bro. Like you could bring a pot of gold, I don't care. I'm going. I was just so excited just to go there. Vacation, we can all go home together. Because normally when they come back home, he comes home and he's looking like professional. I'm like, yo, this is what I want, bro. I just look up to you, and besides football, he's such a great role model. You will never get him to get mad. If you get him mad, you've done something crazy, bro. To get him. It's mad. Sometimes, why do I react to these things that this guy never reacts to it? You will not get his energy to do anything. That's something that I admire about him, bro. And he has a big heart. He loves to help people, and I know he's helping a lot of people. Personally, I don't like asking for anything because just know that we that close is not for me, innit? It's just not for me. I don't care what the problem could be in the future or whatever. That is not for me. How he is, he's an amazing man, bro. I look up to him every single time. He give me advice. Before I make decision to go to any team, I talk to him. I'll tell him, hey, I'm gonna go here, blah blah blah. And he'd be like, yeah, start again or blah blah. Before he gave me the green light to for Tormenta. That was the period I was talking about. I talked to him, then I prayed about it. He reassured me, it doesn't matter where you start, So before I make big decisions, normally I'll talk to him. Then he would tell me. But he is my one of my top role models. I know I never told him this because it's kind of Africa, you can't just be sharing love. You know how it is. Yeah, I love you. Nah, bro, we don't do that, bro. It's love. My actions telling you I love you. You know what I mean? So we don't have to. But yeah, he definitely one of my role models though, for sure.
That's what's up, bro. You guys got one?
Well, I got one final one. We can wrap after this. And I know what your answer will be, but which country has the best jollof rice, man?
Come on, bro. Come on.
So we have a running tally.
I think it's between Ghana and Senegal. I don't think.
Thank you. Because that's my pick, Senegal. To be fair, Senegalese jollof is the first.
Mate, I'm telling you, Nigeria shouldn't be in the conversation. But I feel because Nigerians and Ghanaians are always beefing. It's always been Ghana jollof or Nigeria jollof. But their jollof is, bro, I've eaten it. I feel it's cool. But it's not, you can't compare that to a Ghanaian jollof or Senegalese jollof, bro. Mm-hmm. Bro, that Senegalese jollof be hitting.
I'm not gonna lie, Senegalese jollof do be hitting, but Liberian jollof?
Nah, Gabriel,
that's what happened.
Stop it, Gabriel.
I can't talk about Liberian because I haven't had it.
See, Liberian jollof is
we got
matter of fact, when we come to a match, I got you on a
small Tupperware. I actually want to try that. I want to try the Liberian one. I've seen someone talk about it too.
It's the same as Ethiopian jollof.
Nah.
We're not doing that. We're not doing
that. Yeah. You guys are hating. Don't hate, man.
Wait, Ethiopians make jollof?
We do now. We do now. Next time I see you, bro, just wait. Next time I see you, homemade.
Yo.
But not King, man. We really appreciate you hopping on, man. Today and yesterday, giving us your time, man. We really appreciate it. learning more about you, your story. And like we said earlier, man, we wish you nothing but continued success for this season and seasons to come, man. So just big thank you again, bro.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys having me on your platform as well. But yeah, anytime, bro. Like you always got my time. Just let me know.
For sure, man. And then when you guys make the playoffs, we'll have you back on for sure.
For sure, bro. We making it playoffs, so just get ready.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I said when you guys do. Yeah,
get ready for it.
But yeah, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. And as always, good luck to you guys in your future endeavors.